morning, everybody. Hope you're doing fantastic today on your Thursday morning. We know what it is, guys. Yesterday was an exciting day, kind of a terrifying day for a lot of us, but we should never be terrified from what we see on the charts. Just remain calm, cool, collected, and try to make intelligent trading and investment decisions based on the probabilities that we see in front of us. So I'd like to thank all of you for joining me this morning. Just to start out today, make sure you guys head on over to cryptocurrency.com. If you support the show, if you like what we're doing, if you'd like to keep us on the air, we'd love to see you in our Discord. Click that blue button. We'll take you right to our Discord. While you're here, feel free to pick up some merch if you want to keep us on the air, if you want to get me a new chair, if you want to get me a better mic. That's fine. Everybody says I need a good mic, but I like my mic just the way it is. It's a very beautiful blue mic. I like it quite a bit, guys. So, if you are interested in enhancing your trading skills and you want to get access to our premium signals and one-on-one mentorship program, you can check out what we have to offer. And if you want to contact us, drop us a line at contact@crackingcryptocurrency.com, or fill out our wonderful form. All right, moving on, guys. So yesterday, pretty exciting day. Now, what I've done is I have redone the charts a little bit, spent a lot of time working on this last night, so that I could see some better patterns and confluence and get a better idea of where we might be heading to. So I've gone back and drawn our original bearish descending channel here, just to prepare and just to see what our downside potential is. And again, we never want to be scared from what we see on the charts, but we also want to be prepared. Now, have we seen an absolute trend reversal? No. Have I been calling for capitulation for quite a while? Yes. Now, what remains to be seen is if capitulation below 6,000 was the capitulation that we're afraid of, guys. You can see that really price hasn't done an amazingly scary amount of movement yet. We are used to this volatility. Everybody wants the volatility. Everybody wants the volatility. You know what I'm saying? But not when it goes down, apparently. Oh, why are you trading cryptocurrency? Oh, because it's volatile. We love the profits, man. We love the, we love how it can just go up 20 or 30% in a day. Okay, well, guess what, guys? It can go down 20 or 30% in a day. So don't get freaked out just because we had a red day in the marketplace. We've seen, we haven't seen a recovery back up into the trading range. And most likely, I think that we're going to see a little bit of sideways movement. Obviously, all eyes on Bitcoin Cash. Just about 20 minutes ago, the split did occur, so we will be looking at that quite closely. I think it's, oh, geez. I got the link somewhere. It's Hash Wars. I was just looking at it. a little bit ago where you can actually see. And I'll tell you what, there's some funky stuff going on Bitcoin Cash Z18 on BitMEX. BitMEX put out a notice that they were halting trading on Bitcoin Cash just a few minutes ago, or like 20 minutes ago, and then immediately deleted that. Oh, we see that the notifications are blowing up. Only a few people have that number. Okay, cool. Nothing important. All right, so, but if we go over here and we look at Bcash on Bitfinex, we can see that the price has just fallen off the map on Bitfinex, guys. So I did just post that out a few minutes ago. Why does that left price scale keep popping up? That is annoying, guys. Also, something I want to show you guys a little bit of what we're doing. I'm looking at aggregating better data. So for example, I got a good recommendation the other day of how I could get a better read on market sentiment, which is how I like to trade, as you guys are probably well aware. So as you can see, what I've done here is I'm going to begin correlating all the data available on Bitfinex. So for example, this is all fiat-based trading pairs sentiment data, and I'm going to actually be correlating this with Bitcoin price as well. So, and I'm doing the same thing for the shorts, as you can see here. So being able to look across all those markets is not limiting me to just BTC USD longs or shorts. So in this way, I'm able to get a better range of market sentiment, because the more traders that you're able to analyze, the more asset classes or fiat pairings or currency pairings that you're able to analyze, the better read you're able to get for sentiment. Another thing that we're going to be looking at is commitment of traders. And commitment of traders are going to be reports from the CME and the CBOE futures platforms on what the sentiment is on those data. Those reports are put out every Tuesday, and they are correlated to the data the previous Friday. So the data from Tuesday's report, COT report from the CME and CBOE, which is put out by the CFTC, you can find it on their website. But I find that that's a very useful resource for following trader sentiment. And looking back at the past COT, hindsight being 2020, you can see that institutional traders, which is what the COT report is providing. You have to understand that most of the traders on the CME and CBOE platforms are going to be institutional traders, as opposed to the individuals that you're going to find on BitMEX and Finex, and those are going to be retail traders. So again, we're always trying to bet against the sentiment of retail traders, especially when it is diverging from institutional traders. And I read, a good article from Ugly Old Goat about the commitment of traders concept, and doing research on this lately. And one thing about the commitment of traders is that my initial thought was that, well, most of the volume for Bitcoin trading occurs outside of the United States. So that being the case, is the commitment of traders report from the CME and CBOE futures going to be relevant? And the answer is actually yes. And the reason why is because, again, these are institutional grade investors. So they are aware of the market data that we might not be able to avail ourselves of as retail traders. And they tend to be right. The sentiment of institutional investors tends to be right, and the sentiment of retail traders tends to be wrong. So again, we're always trying to, when we can, bet against retail traders. And you're seeing examples of this when price is in an extended downturn, as we're seeing right here, and shorts pick up. For retail traders, we're often looking to go long to bet against them because they are typically wrong. And we're able to correlate that with the sentiment of retail traders, or excuse me, of institutional traders, because the high likelihood is that their sentiment will be to the long side. So another website that we're going to be looking at too is correlation. So this is enroid.com, and what enroid.com is, it uses machine learning to pick out correlations in price rising. So I'm sure you guys have probably realized by now that certain altcoins move in tandem. When certain altcoin prices are rising, other altcoin prices will rise in a fairly predictable pattern. And so what Enroid here is attempting to do is to correlate that into data. So we can see here that there is strong correlation, according to their data, between Bitcoin price and BNB price, BitShares price, and gas. So on a day when Bitcoin is pumping, you might be looking to trade those trading pairs. Same for Ethereum. When Ethereum is having a good day, ADA, EOS, and Dash. It's kind of interesting that the way that these patterns fall together. Same for Ripple. Ripple's been pumping lately, and what else has been pumping lately? Bitcoin Gold. So has Bcash. So has Stellar Lumens. So we see the confluence here might perhaps be a very important tool to add to your tool belt. Another thing that we're going to start looking at in depth for altcoin pairings is volatility as well, and we'll be kind of rank ordering them. So I want to give a shout out to a highly intelligent trader who kind of has been helping me out with this stuff. You know who you are. So, okay. Yeah, it's coin.dance. Shoot, what is it? I thought it was something else, though. Thought there was a specific one for Bcash. I'm gonna have to look at it on my Twitter. So I had all this stuff pulled up, but I didn't bookmark it. Fantastic job. So we'll begin today's analysis as we always do, guys, and we're going to go over and look at what retail sentiment is on Bitcoin. So Bitcoin having a nice little spike back up to 52.23 after an attempted capitulation, stop loss hunt below the swing low that we saw yesterday. And now we see that, again, retail traders just tend to go with price. There's a good argument to be said. Now, does mark price react price, or does spot price react to mark price? And I think it's different in different circumstances, because you tend to see a small spike in sentiment one way or the other before a large move on the spot price marketplaces. So again, something interesting to be seeing. But now we see that longs are again dominant. Is a bottom in? Again, I think that let's just go back to what I was saying yesterday. So let's zoom into the 5-minute chart so we can see what we were looking at yesterday on Bitcoin right here. And yesterday, during yesterday's live stream, I was saying to buy the dip. And we were right around here when we started the live stream. And then I continued to say to add to the liquidity as we went down. And I ended the live stream right about this candle right here, okay? And again, I was looking at sentiment of shorts, guys. When retail traders were continuing to pile into the shorts, they're convinced at this point that price is going to go down. If we look and correlate this with the short data, we see a large majority of shorts begin to open up here, and price moves against them. Shorts begin to enter in here, price moves against them. Shorts begin to enter in here, price moves against them. And a lot of shorts piled in here, and price moves against them. Now, yesterday in the premium signals channel, I was saying I posted to take profits right around here, right around 5560, 5600 actually earlier in the day. And then I was saying we were looking for an opportunity to enter into a short. So we saw a stop loss hunt, capitulation below support here, triggered out all the stop losses that, of course, for long positions were right here at this point. Triggered all that liquidity, and now price can move to the upside. Now we are coming into resistance right here. And so what I think is most likely going to happen, and again, this is what happens in marketplaces, guys. We have a period of high volatility, followed by periods of low volatility, followed by periods of high volatility, low volatility, high volatility, low volatility, high volatility. So in the immediate term right here, I think for the length of the stream, we're going to be seeing a period of low volatility. Now, again, we do have kind of an interesting day today looking at Bitcoin Cash prices. So I'm also monitoring. This is Bitcoin Cash SV and Bitcoin Cash ABC futures on Poloniex, which are not futures anymore. The split has occurred, to the best of my knowledge. So we did see that prior to the fork, we are seeing SV plummet quite a bit. And I had said in the signals group, guys, that we need to be watching SV very closely because the contract that, oh, and there we go, guys. There we go. There it goes. They must have opened up trading. Leroy Jenkins, here we go. All right. So we're going to see here, guys. I had posted this last night saying that Bcash was coiling up for a movement. Bcash did coil up for that movement. Or excuse me, Bitcoin Cash did make that movement. Again, if we're looking at how, again, you can see this period of low volatility, this consolidation range. And when you're looking for a breakout target, it's fairly simple. You simply measure, this is one way to do it. You simply measure from the top to the bottom, and you can get your target for a breakup. And we would hit that quite nicely. You also want to prepare for your downside potential. And then it's fairly easy, guys. Again, there's 3 ways to price yourself into a break. You can either, you pick which side that you want to be on. Generally what I like to do, and this is exactly what I did last night, I'll just, in TradingView, I'll have my consolidation box right here. And I'll just set an alert right here. And I'll set an alert right here. And I'll be monitoring for the breakdown or the breakout. And then I'll use, a tool that I really like to use, and you can see it over here on my Bitcoin chart, is it's a script by Harry Potter. He's a really good, or H. Potter. He's a really good TradingView Pine script creator. And this is a ATR trailing stop strategy. And so this uses average true range to predict the average volatility of the bars right here, looking back 14 bars. And that allows you to set your stop quite well. And you can see that when the trailing stop is beneath you, you should be in a long position. When the trailing stop is above you, you should be in a short position. And you're using that as your stop because it's allowing you to not get knocked out by volatility. And as you can see, it works pretty good, guys. We wouldn't have got knocked out anywhere around here. Obviously, the trend is changing here when we have when we pivot down. And then you only actually get knocked out on a wick once right here. When you're moving to the long side, okay? Now, obviously, this is not going to tell you when you should enter your long. It's just telling you where you can trail your stop as price moves along. You're going to have to use other metrics like price action analysis or sentiment data or whatever strategy of your style to predict what is the best place to go long or short in a marketplace. So going back to CoinFarm and looking at sentiment data right now, So we're going to see where this period of low volatility takes us. I think, again, I'm more biased to think that Bitcoin will be moving to the upside, but I am prepared for our downside potential as well, guys. Again, the very first thing that I said yesterday was that if you are concerned about your Bitcoin holdings and you're in this for the long term, there's absolutely nothing wrong with opening up a low leverage short on your position, and that will hedge you against loss as far as USD value of your Bitcoin. Now, again, I want to make this point very clear so that I really don't have to make it again. Of course, I'm sure that I'll have to make it again and again and again and again. But when people are asking me, are you looking to sell your Bitcoin? My answer is no. I'm not looking to sell my Bitcoin. I truly believe in Bitcoin for the long term. That's why in this space, I have a very strong passion for Bitcoin and believe it will be the future of money in the world. And we're already starting to see that now. I think that institutional investors, that people who have strong interests, have a high interest in having people dump their Bitcoin. They're going to use fear and greed to fleece you out of your positions. And that's why you have to have a reliable trading strategy. And listen, guys, trading isn't perfect. You know, I am not some magical oracle on the rocks. Technical analysis, even sentiment analysis, is not magic. It's not going to be right all the time. But what it can allow you to do is allow you, like I have, to pivot your passion for you know, being a trader isn't for everybody. It's high risk, high reward. It's stressful. It's time consuming. It's exciting. It can also be extremely nerve wracking. But what you just want to do is take your time to develop and get a basic understanding for volume, sentiment, market psychology, and then sound trading strategies. And then after that, you look at technical analysis and price action. That should be the last factor. You should always come from a trade based off sentiment and fundamental analysis should be your primary thing. And that's why my fundamental analysis is centered around Bitcoin. I think that I want Bitcoin. I'm very speculative about a lot of altcoins. I think that I'm not sure. In fact, I don't buy the argument that Bitcoin can't be money or that Bitcoin can't be money and currency. I don't see the need for two. I think that there are going to be lots of use cases for some of these altcoins. And I think that there's also going to be a lot of profit potential moving forward because the world takes a long time to shake and figure things out as far as what is useful and what is not useful. And we saw that with the altcoin run of 2017, 2018. We saw that with our little mini altcoin runs. So I think that we will see another altcoin run. We'll probably see several. I think that there are good projects out there, and I talk about the ones that I like at length. But when at the end of the day, what I'm really concerned about is stacking up Bitcoin. Just like as a traditional investor in traditional stocks and equities, you would be concerned with having USD value over the number of Amazon stocks that you had, for example. Now, Amazon stocks are only valuable to you insofar as they are contributing to your USD portfolio. So altcoins are only valuable to me separated from their use cases. Like, you know, let's take Lemonade Coin. Say Lemonade Coin is very useful for me to be able to get lemonade fast, cheap, and in a hurry. Okay, well, I'll use Lemonade Coin. But as far as adding it to my portfolio as an investor or trading as an asset, the only value that it has to me is relative to my BTC portfolio. So hopefully that breaks that down. So for all the questions about should we sell and buy cheaper? Well, maybe. That's, you know, do your own research and take your own risk. I'm here every morning to guide on recent price action and give you guys my opinions. I'm no fucking oracle. I'm wrong. You know, I shoot for 60-40% accuracy. And that keeps me in the green, guys. So, guys, thanks for watching this morning. Let's look over and do some chat engagement real quick. We've got Real Staga Roach in the chat. Thank you so much, man. Hopefully you're not late for school again today. Is this real life? Name for Countdown is coin.dance. What's that site for Correlation Caribbean Crypto Show? That is, it is enroy.com/correlations. I will drop that in the Twitch chat. There we go. enroyd.com/correlations. And I'll put a link to that in the description of the video when this is all over with. All right. Let's see here. Johnny Boy Crypto, what's going on in the house? Crypto friends. Willie Grow, what's going on from snow-covered Gettysburg? I feel you, man. All right, cool. Fantastic. Got a good viewership this morning, guys. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to the day. So again, let's start with the long-term scale here, guys. So I did go back and I drew out our parallel Fibonacci channels again so that we could get a good idea. So that we, again, you never want to be scared by what you're seeing on the chart, guys. I'm going to look at this just like I would look at any chart that I would trade or speculate on. And again, I'm not going to pull any punches. I'm just going to tell you what I see. So we were in this channel for a little bit. We only respected this bottom once, okay? And came down to the 1618 of it once as well. But that was prior, so that's hindsight 2020, okay? But really, we did not disrespect the 618 retracement level, which would have been positive, letting you know that we're probably going to be trading in the upper edge of this channel. Now, this is not a long channel, and this is why we also have this other channel to the downside. Now, this is our extremely bearish channel, guys. This is absolute full capitulation. If we break down into this, I hate to say it, but 3,000 to 1,000 price Bitcoin would not be off the table. But we're nowhere there yet, guys. We're not even close to that. We're not even back in the bearish downtrend channel, guys. We are still in the sideways consolidation pattern, okay, after breaking out of the channel. This is just completely sideways range-bound movement that we've been in since September. And we've had extremely low volatility. And all this, look at this. We had a period of low volatility right here. Okay. This low volatility led us to a pretty sharp rise up. Low volatility, sharp rise down. Low volatility, sharp rise up. Low volatility for a very long time. And then we get drastic movements, guys. And the last few drastic movements have been down and then up. So is it a dump and pump? Here's a dump and pump. Here's a dump and pump. And now we get sideways movements. So if history repeats itself, we would be looking at another dump and pump, guys. So here we go. We get a little bit more drastic price action, which makes sense after the prolonged period of consolidation. Now, before we get the move back up, we're going to have to see sideways low volatility price action. That is almost always what follows a period of high volatility. Now, a lot of people are calling for this to be a 2-day dump. And there's a lot of speculation about whether or not this has anything to do with the Bitcoin Cash hard fork split. And I did post yesterday an interesting post by Yihan Wu of Bitmain 4 hours before the dump, where he said that he did not want to take his miners off of Bitcoin mining to battle Craig Wright for hash power. However, he said that he would if necessary. So, and that, again, that was 4 hours before the dump. So let me see if I can't find that. Where is the actual link to that thing? Oh man, I had it. Well. Gosh. Patrick Carr joining us today. Atomic Stag, how you guys doing, man? I was looking for this, gosh darn. Oh, wait, don't I have it on my... I think I have it on my phone, actually. Yeah, here we go. Hashwars.cash. There we go. All right, look at that. This is node height, guys, and then looking at price up here. So this actually is a little bit higher. So this is a competition between who has the node. So ABC in the lead right now, followed by Bitcoin Unlimited, Bitcoin Satoshi's Vision, not following through on their promises of having the hash power. All right, which is interesting because just running up till earlier today, Satoshi's Vision supposedly had the hash power necessary to really bring this home, guys. So let's go over and keep an eye on the price. All right, Satoshi's Vision seems to be stalling out a little bit. And price really not moving on Poloniex. Let's head over to Bitfinex. And yeah, the same thing. We've seen this. Price seems to have been halted on Bitfinex because it has been at 250 for a while. What's going on BitMEX? Again, price continuing to drop. Price continuing to drop. Shout out to everybody in the Premium Signals group. I just put that call out for the short right before I clicked start the show. So hopefully you guys are sitting in a good position, guys. All right, another thing that I wanted to talk about today is Mithril being launched on Binance this morning. Man, imagine the pain of the bag holders of Mithril having their coin was supposed to be launched on Binance, I believe, 2 days ago. And then something about how they didn't do the something right. I don't know. I can't speculate as to what actually happened, but you know, all the Mithril bag holders like watching the absolute Bitcoin dump and then now having their trading listed open. I'll tell you what, CZ likes to punish people. It seems like he's punishing people right now. At least the Mithril bag holders for sure. But yeah, looking at Mithril again, pretty speculative of altcoins at this moment in time. But I think we're going to be entering now into a few days at least where altcoins can become profitable to trade. We've had a very, very significant bleed out. And now things seem to be kind of stabilizing a little bit. And again, yesterday we had some good pumps across the board, guys. Had some nice pumps across the board. These altcoins that I was looking at seem pretty dead. Let's go and see if there's anything interesting. So yeah, Bitcoin Gold, for example. All right, Bitcoin Gold, for example, seems to have had a nice run right here. Again, here's yesterday, or excuse me, yeah. So the 6-hour chart, boom, boom, boom. So we had that nice slow bleed out. So other coins like Bitcoin Gold, the other medium cap coins, have responded fairly positively. Let's look at Nano. Nano's still dead to me. Yep, Nano still is looking dead to me. And Neo, still kind of sideways, guys. We're still looking at Neo, guys. Woo! Entering that danger zone, guys. Entering that danger zone. We were out of last support, all right? No support for Neo below this. So again, I don't think that catching the bottoms is the best altcoin strategy at this point in time. I did want to take a look. There we go, guys. Yep. Awesome, awesome, awesome. One of the active signals, guys. I said yesterday, Stellar Lumens was holding up pretty nice, guys. So I'm feeling pretty validated. Now, again, I had bought a little bit here personally, and then I bought again at 40.84 was the price that I had bought at, 40.84. Then we had a pretty significant dip down to the Kumo cloud. Actually, if I throw Ichimoku on here, because I do like to use Ichimoku when I be trading my alts. Bam, right there. Held that point of control. Well, excuse me, we closed below the point of control, all right, but held the baseline, the conversion line, on a closing basis, and then we're finally able to start rallying back up. So that's pretty good. XLM doing really good, guys. So we're going to see, though, if we establish a lower high here, and we're going to see if we're going to be entering into a downtrend, because a downtrend would be confirmed after two subsequent lower highs and two subsequent lower lows. So that would be a downtrend. We could also be looking for a break of the Kumo cloud. So yeah, probably definitely moving stops up to 40.84, and we'll just be seeing how this plays out today. Really volatile though, guys, really volatile. So we'll give it the benefit of the doubt as long as we're continuing to form higher lows, all right? And we'll just look for what our next turning point is, all right? Fisher transform looking pretty good on the 6-hour chart, crossing above that 0 line. All right, but back to Bitcoin. So, okay, so let's take a long view of this puppy. And why are my drawing tools hidden? I had drawn... Oh, okay. Do I need to put VPVR on? Huh. So if we take a look at the lower ranges of BTC, and that's kind of pissing me off because I had, oh, I know, because they're on the daily chart. There we go. So looking at the daily chart here, guys. So just looking at where is our support confirmed by volume for BTC. Looking at Coinbase price right here, guys. And really the support is quite a ways below us, guys. So 43.86 by my count, and 29.81 by my count. And the way that I got that was looking at, if you look here, let's look at that VPVR, the volume profile on the left side of my screen here, and we can see that we have the value area, which is where 70% of the volume for this scene range is being conducted. And we look for high volume nodes where a lot of trading and where a lot of buying and selling was conducted. And high volume nodes are areas where price is interested to return to because traders were interested to buy and sell at that price. Low volume nodes, on the other hand, areas where it is very shallow on the volume profile, are areas where traders were not overly interested in buying or selling at that price, so we do not expect them to be interested in that price in the future. So these are critical turning areas, especially when they correlate with horizontal support and resistance. And what do we see here? We see two touches of this resistance area right here where price turns around and price turns around. We all know that resistance becomes support, support becomes resistance. So now looking at this chart, we see that we have a ways to go if we go down to test the upper bounds of our descending channel right here, which we had a failed breakout already once, pulled us back down to the support area, now resistance area that I've charted out. And then we broke out of the channel sideways. Okay, so a ways to go before we retest the upper bounds of the channel, and that correlates pretty well with horizontal support and resistance and volume. And again, by my count, that's at 43.86. That's where it begins. And that goes down to about, by my count, 38.65. Okay, then volume begins to drop off again, and then we really don't see support until 29.31. All right, that also corresponds with another double tap of resistance right here, okay? So looking at our downside potentials, those are the areas where if Bitcoin does fall out the bottom here and we enter into a new downtrend, but again, we don't have confirmation of that yet. We don't have confirmation of a new, well, excuse me, we're still in a downtrend. We don't have confirmation of a reversal to the upside, but we also don't truly have confirmation that we have entered into a new dynamic trading range, guys. Now, it is possible, if you want me to, turn VPVR off real quick, we do see this newer area of price action, but this again looks more like, this looks less like a channel to me, and this looks more like a triangle, all right? And we can see that we broke out of this channel sideways, okay? So that looks more like a triangle to me, which we broke out sideways and were unable to hold the base of the triangle. Okay, this also corresponds to our compound fulcrum that we have been trading in pretty much all year long. So that would be measuring the bottoms. So here's our compound fulcrum that we were pretty much trading in all year long, and we broke out of that, all right? So that could potentially be our next area where we might retest as resistance. But again, looking at where volume confirms where resistance is, it's really up here at this level of 61.60. So that is our upper resistance level as I see it at this point. So I'm going to delete these because they've been broken out of. So I only want to see what is currently valid on the chart. So let's go to the 5-minute chart and see what price is doing right now. All right, price attempting to make a nice grind back upwards. Where's VPVR at? Okay. So again, price made a, well, we had 3 subsequent attempts to search for liquidity here after the dump. Okay. Again, every time that we have a significant dump on high volume, price is going to experience a bounce, guys. So again, this is really important to understand, guys, to buy on red and sell on green. And so when you see a strong, sharp movement like this, you're going to almost always get a V-bottom. When you see high volatility, you're going to see a bounce because sellers do not have an infinite amount of capital to continue to throw at whatever asset they're trading. They're going to run out of steam. And you see every time that the sellers run out of steam, price does experience a bounce. And then we have what I consider a stop loss hunt below support. We have it twice here, a double tap. And then price goes up to retest the point of control, which is the highest traded area of volume. We hit resistance once. We pull back and consolidate a little bit. We make another go of it, but that was a failed break. And then we consolidate underneath price before falling down. We consolidate a little bit before falling down again for another test, and then all the way back up to the POC. So that's good that we're able to make it to the POC that quickly, okay? Now we'll just wait to see if we stay within this trading range, because you see every time we've broken out of it, that was not a valid movement to predict a long-term movement to the upside or to the downside. Fisher transform telling us we're still range bound. So again, guys, the only way, looking at our pivots high-low, and this is exactly what I told everybody last night. Before I went to bed, I said, before I went to bed last night, we were here. All right, we were trading in this range, okay, and it was before I woke up to the dump. So I told everybody, I said, listen. I said, well, actually looking at BitMEX, because I was looking at the BitMEX price. All right, coming up on my first level of support for Bitcoin Cash on BitMEX. We'll see if that baby holds. All right. See if that baby holds. We've got the point of control below us in our previous area of consolidation below us. And if we look at the old fib, baby, that corresponds pretty well to the 6. Oh, excuse me, I've got that reversed. Okay. It's going to be our 382 retracement. Point of control right here at our 50% retracement. And so we're going to be looking at this 618 retracement pretty closely. But we just got to see, guys. We've got support to get down below. So looking at the BitMEX chart, if you guys want an understanding of how I do things. So last night, pivots high-low, we were right here. We were trading in this consolidation range last night before I went to bed. And I just told everybody, guys, listen, I got to get some sleep. So, looking at this consolidation range, guys, it's fairly simple, guys. Listen, I said 54.90, or excuse me, I said 54.50, I believe, if I'm being correct. Maybe 54.90. 54.90, actually, I think is actually what I said last night. Below 54.90, look to go short, guys. Above 55.95, 5600, look to go long. That way you're protected against your position. And again, it's very simple. On TradingView, you just right-click here and set an alert. Set an alert, all right? 3 ways to price yourself into a breakdown or a breakout. You can attempt to enter in and set your stop loss below the support level. But when you do that, you're going to set yourself up. That's the highest risk, highest reward, because a high likelihood that you get stopped out. And the reason for that is if there is a stop loss hunt to clear out liquidity below the range, then you're just going to get stopped out if you set your stop below support, because that's where everybody sets their stop loss, right below support. Alternatively, what I like to do is you can either aggressively market buy the breakout itself, but then you open yourself up to the risk of getting faded. But you can counter against that by simply setting your stop slightly below your breakout period. Because if you retrace immediately, so we can see it right here. Let's say that this is our range right here where we're looking for a breakout. And so you just set your stop. Say you're aggressively market buying this breakout. Okay. Well, you simply set your stop just right underneath it. Actually, generally, what I like to do is you find a good candle area and you just set it right underneath that candle's low. Because if price comes up and wicks right back down, that you just got faded and you're able to cut your losses quite quickly there. Alternatively, the best way, but then if it is a genuine breakout, you get to capture that movement. And then probably the best way to buy the breakout, I'd say the safest way is to allow the breakout to make a first leg up and then let it come back for a retracement. Either a 618 retracement measuring from the swing low to the high that first leg makes, or you're actually looking for price to come back and test the resistance turn support. So 3 ways to price yourself into any breakdown or breakout, and you just reverse those patterns when you're looking to the downside. So, and this is why yesterday I said that, is it too late? People were coming into the chat and saying, is it too late to short? Well, yes, because when they were asking those questions, price is right here. So you have to wait for a pullback. And then if you want to enter into a short, if you think price is going to continue to go down, well, you enter on a pullback. You don't enter when price is at the bottom. You short resistance and you long support. And that's a pretty good base strategy. You don't want to do it blindly all the time, but not generally a bad idea, guys. So yeah, that short would have captured us pretty good all the way down to here. Again, I didn't wake up till we were about right here. I said, let's move the stops down to 54.50. And then, actually, no, it was right here when I woke up. And then, they were on their own after that because I was getting ready for the show. But yeah, we've come back up, found resistance back at that consolidation range. So we'll just see where price goes from here. Again, it's my pretty firm opinion that we're going to see on the longer time frames. So let's look at the 1 hour chart, for example, guys. Kind of this period of sideways movement. Guys. And again, we'll be looking down here, guys, because again, if you would have been saying, oh, below support, go short, well, it's a stop loss on it. You got stopped out, so price can move to the upside. So just wait and see, guys. Looking at sentiment again, sentiment is about 50-50. Yeah, actually, the longs have taken the lead on sentiment. So when I woke up this morning, it was actually short still slightly dominant. I think it was 51.49 or 51 and some change and 48. But now the longs have retaken the sentiment. And again, this is an opportunity where I bet against retail traders because we're not at the top of an uptrend yet. So we'll wait and see. Now, if, for example, price gets up here like 5,700, maybe close to 5,800, and it looks like we're really strong on our way back, and then it's looking like, let's take a look at hash wars real quick, sorry. And then it's looking like longs are just piling in, then I would be potentially looking for a place to short in the short term because, again, retail traders are often wrong, and retail traders pile in when they think that price is certain to go one way or the other. And almost to a T, to their horror, price immediately moves against them. Take a look at the chat. Ooh, Decoder, what's going on, man? X42 Nation in the house. Decoder asks, when you set a stop, is that a market buy at a certain point that you set? Yes, that's typically the best way to do it. You can set a limit stop, which means that your price. So when you set a stop, what a stop is it's a command to your exchange that you want your trade to be executed at a certain price. Now, generally, you can choose, depending on the exchange and what features they offer, whether it's going to be a stop limit, which means that you're going to set a stop price, and when you set your stop price is going to correspond to, if price hits this level, my order for X is going to be pushed onto the order book so that it's now an order that can be filled. And if your limit order is higher or lower than your stop order, that's generally a safe way to play it, because say that price is moving really, really fast and you have a stop order set and it's a stop limit order, well, because a limit order will only fill at that price, it's quite often that you get gapped out essentially, and that price bursts through the price where you have your limit order. So if you set your stop and your limit at exactly the same price, as price is moving it, if it's moving quickly, then your stop is going to be triggered and your limit order is going to be put on the books. But in the split second for that to happen, price has already moved past your limit order, and so you don't get filled. And this is how people tend to get liquidated on BitMEX. So I prefer using a stop market order, and a stop market order will guarantee that your order gets filled, because once your stop triggers, your order will execute against all the available orders on the books until your order is filled, whether you're buying or selling. And again, you can stop market on BitMEX, and I just can't say enough like how much I like BitMEX. But yeah, so the stop limit order on Binance can be quite frustrating because there's a potential for your order to not get filled. All right. Hey, no problem, man. Thank you. You're a badass. Red 5 Golf Gunny, good to be back. All right. Light Yagami, how we doing this morning? Your Crypto Daily. X42 is a great project. Super legit. Yes, it is. Scroll back up here. Yeah, for Gammas, the Fisher transform from TradingView don't same. Hey dude, where I found your Fisher transform. Again, just pop into the Discord and DM me at jwisefree, and I'd be happy to hook you up with this script for the Fisher transform. I have like 15 of them. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Also, another really cool one to check out, which I know Alex has been playing with quite a little bit, is the decibel Fisher transform. And so again, one thing I was saying is that you can apply the Fisher transform algorithm to just about anything you want. I was actually watching a seminar with a quantitative analyst for TradeStation, and he was going over the he was looking at using the inverse Fisher transform to modify the RSI. So he was taking the Fisher transform algorithm, inversing it, and then using that calculation to modify the RSI. And then also adding a variable to the RSI so that it becomes harder for the Fisher transform to reach overbought and easier for it to reach oversold. So pretty fascinating stuff, man. Following them quants is really how you want your edge. But the decibel Fisher transform is the Fisher transform algorithm applied to the money flow to the MFI, the monetary flow index. So, and if you guys want access to that, that is on TradingView. It's called Money Flow MFI and decibel Fisher transform. So yeah, man, just pop in the Discord, Jeffrey, and DM me, and I can hook you up with a paste, like a web paste or whatever, or a text-based format. And you can just open up TradingView and plug that into your Pine editor and save that as a script, and you're good to go. Let's see here. Kevin V, did I miss the info on the fork? Nope, still covering that. Not a whole lot has happened. Let's see, Cali Green 420, how we doing this morning? Atomic Stag says, what I'm afraid of is that 6,000 has become the new resistance. If we can't break that and roll over, we might see new Bitcoin depths. I don't think buyers are coming through either. I would have thought more volume would have come in at these prices. Yeah, I mean, that is again, we should never be afraid because, listen, I think a prerequisite to be in this space is a faith that we are going to definitely see all-time highs not too far away. I don't think that all-time highs are too far away. Now, is it possible? Listen, I'm prepared for 2019 bear market. Does that kind of suck? Yes. Am I prepared for it? Can we still make money in that bear market? Yes. Still kind of sucks, but it is what it is. I mean, but here's the thing, guys. We just have to look at this again. I don't want to cherry pick. I just want to look at this rationally and reasonably, okay? You see this massive run up to 19,000, and there's just nothing here, man. There's just nothing. There's no, I mean, even this, I mean, if I'm just being objective, let's just look at the chart and take VPVR off. I mean, really, like, this is pretty trash, dude. Like, there's no strong support and resistance here. And even this is kind of sketchy, dude. But again, that's where we're at, you know? So again, I'm looking at 43.86 and 29.31 for our next areas where horizontal support and resistance and volume confirm trading support there. But again, I mean, you know, the strongest support is down at 1,000. But I think if I say that again, people are going to egg my house. So, but listen, we just have to take the things as they come. If we're trading, we just have to try to take good picks and look for those long-term plays. Look for our winners to win big and let our winners run. Keep our losers small. A lot of profit to be made in a bear market. I mean, you know, we cracking cryptocurrency, like, we've been doing this for a year, and we haven't had a down month yet, guys. Now, is the USD value down on our BTC? Yes, but do we have more BTC, significantly more BTC than when we started? Yes. And do we sometimes, you know, obviously we got to sell BTC to pay the bills, guys. Listen, you know, it's not just the, you know, we don't even have tips enabled on Twitch or YouTube. It's not the super chats keeping the lights on, guys. You know what I mean? But listen, the vast majority of my Bitcoin is in cold storage. I'm very, very bullish on Bitcoin for the long term. That's why I'm in this space. I truly believe in it. I approach Bitcoin as an investment, and I approach altcoins as a trading strategy. So yes, could 6,000 be the next resistance? Yes. Is this real life? Says I'm following on Twitch now too. Thank you so much, man. And again, Patrick Carr. Yeah, make sure you guys smash that like button. We appreciate the support, man. Let's see. Gerardo Reyes says, how high is Bitcoin going to go for today? Well, you know what's interesting is that Enroy.com I was talking about earlier. And again, I don't want to know how much you know, this is something we could start looking at. But this is a machine learning algorithm. And so they're giving us predictions. So I'll tell you what, according to Enroy, there is a 95% chance that price will be underneath 7,107. There is a 50% chance that it'll be under 63.25. So, looking at the 5-minute chart, how high do I think Bitcoin price could rise? Well, I think it really depends on whether we're able to break this resistance right here. So we've got our point of control right here that we got continually rejected from right here. And again, until I see convincing evidence that we're going to break it again, so what we're looking for here is a break, and right now the point of control is at 55.77, 55.80. So if we see a convincing break above 55.80, that would also put us above this short-term consolidation range. And then I think we could probably go up to test this upper end of the value area, 57.34. I'd like to see 57.50, and then I'd be getting a little excited, guys. I'd pretty much be long above a break here at 55.80. Again, you can either aggressively market buy and set your stop directly underneath the point of control there, or against the breakout point, or you can wait for the pullback and then hope to ride the second leg of the breakup up. So let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 might put us above there, and then we'll see if we can see some sideways consolidation, guys. We've already had one high volatility movement, low volatility, high volatility movement, low volatility. So let's look for that next high volatility movement and see where that places us. Again, I've got resistance. Looking at the daily chart. Where do I have our resistance? Right here at 61.60.77. Okay, so we need to get above 61.60.77 before we can start looking pretty much back to what we were talking about over the last few weeks in these consolidation ranges where we're trading. Because guaranteed, if we have a pretty strong move back up above 6,000 right now, we're going to see sideways a sideways period of consolidation. So what I am worried about, guys, and we'll be watching this on the daily chart, is we're going to be looking for a 3 inside of 1. And is when you have 3 patterns that are counter to the dominant trend, like so we're moving downwards. So if we have 3 candles that close within the body of the previous dominant candle, like this bearish engulfing candle right here, and then this hammer candle, then that's a pretty bearish sign. But just, you know, like on the daily chart, just waiting for those to close. So here on the 12-hour chart, we've got our first 1 inside, you know, 3 inside 1. So 2 more if we're moving up very slowly. That would look pretty bearish to me, guys. That's a 3 inside 1 candle formation. So, but again, I don't see any indication of that yet. So we'll just wait and see where this shakes out, guys. Long tails to the downside. Obviously, we know that the buyers are buying up. We had decreasing volume on the sell side, and now volume on the green to the bulls picking up. So we'll just see if the bulls hold this. On the 6-hour, we're oversold. All right. We didn't reach oversold. And again, every time we've reached oversold, the Fisher transform, price turns around. I mean, just every time, guys. And we're at these pretty significantly oversold positions. Now, does that mean that price will not move down? No. Price, an oscillator can remain oversold for a very extended period of time. And we got the fork done, so let's check in with our Bitcoin ABC prices, guys. Bitcoin Cash ABC moving down. Now let's look at Bitcoin Cash. Here we go. On BitMEX. All right, so again, we had entered for the signals group, guys. We had been talking about shorting right here. And Timber, there she goes, guys. We'll see. I don't know. This is going to be an interesting one, guys. This is going to be an interesting one. Let's go look at... I thought the fork was done a while ago. The price of Bitcoin Cash on Bitfinex. Bitfinex is still stalled out, guys. Bitfinex seems to have halted trading on Bitcoin Cash due to the fork. So things just paused out there. So did Bitfinex list new ticker symbols? Yeah, the only places that ABC and Satoshi's Vision are trading are on Poloniex. So the prices are moving on Poloniex. So this is probably the most important place that we can be watching, because anybody that wanted to have their coins split by Poloniex is going to be on here. But we're going to be watching for the deposits. Now, again, I don't see why, according to Bitfinex, they're honoring the ABC side of the split. So this should be Bitcoin Cash ABC. And the same with BitMEX. BitMEX was honoring the Bitcoin Cash, or excuse me, the ABC side of the split. Okay, so there is another. Okay. So at, yep, so Bitcoin Cash trading. Binance. All right, so trading has not recommenced on Binance yet. Trading is halted on Binance. It seems obviously that trading is halted on Bitfinex as well for Bitcoin Cash. Let's go over and look at our hash wars. Bitcoin Cash ABC still in the lead and continues to rise in value. Satoshi's Vision dipping a little bit. Let's go over and see what our sentiment looks like. So what I want to do is Bcash USD longs plus Bcash BTC longs, just like that. And we press enter and we're correlated there. And then we'll look at here. Bcash USD shorts plus Bcash BTC shorts. Oh, whoops. There we go. Price still halted at that 250. Inputs, we're going to pin that to the right. Okay, fantastic. All right, so seems like sentiment definitely fell off the map here, guys. Let's look at the 12-hour chart. Come on, TradingView, don't do me like that. That is cash.coin.dance. All right, the new Bitcoin Cash network rules have been activated. We're now just waiting for the first new block to be mined. All right, there it is, guys. Bitcoin Unlimited, Bitcoin Unlimited, Bitcoin ABC, Bitcoin SV. SV still has the hash rate, guys. SV has 71 to 73% of the hash rate. Yeah, Busk is straight out. Latest Bitcoin, no, that's straight out. Not interested. All right. CoinGeek and SV Pool bringing it up. CoinGeek and SV Pool also mining on ABC as well. So we're going to see, guys. This is the great FOMO. I don't know. This is the great shitcoin of our time. So this page will be refreshed automatically. The last block was 7 minutes ago. 7 minutes ago, guys. ABC has all the nodes. SV has all the hashing rate. And again, we're watching this price real close, guys. Watching this price real close. Doesn't even matter. Technical analysis doesn't really do a whole lot here, guys. You just gotta. We're just dealing with sentiment, guys. Just dealing with sentiment. SV to me, again, I think is going to win the hashing war. And also, I think looks to be the better reward to risk trade. Because look at all this low volume right here, guys. Let's take a look at the bigger screen. Okay, so here's Satoshi's vision, and again, this is pretty fresh, raw data, but you had most of the buying take place here, so the buyers are wanting to hold this level, or this is an area where buyers are very interested in buying, and not a whole lot of interest up here in selling, except for this one tick here and this one tick here, guys. So again, you can set your stop. You just got to look at your R to R ratio, and let's take a look, because I could be crazy. Okay, so let's look where our first area of resistance is confirmed by volume, okay? And let's look where we could set your stop right below a high volume node area, guys. So look at that R to R. I mean, you've got a 16% downside compared to a 73% upside, okay? I'm just talking about your potential for a trade. When you're looking at what kind of trade you want to take, you want to look at your risk management, and you want to take trades that are going to be profitable. On the flip side, let's look at Bitcoin Cash ABC. Okay, yeah, see, you've got, let's say you were to try to enter, well, let's say you were to enter at market price. Okay, and you're at the top of the point of control, and where's your next resistance above you, and where are you going to set your stop? Okay, so you have less than a 1-to-1. In fact, so in this case, now again, this can change if you get down here closer to the point of control, but when you're trading within the bounds of your value area here of your high volume node, that means consolidation. So you're looking for a breakup or a breakdown. But again, just as it sits right now, the R to R isn't there. That would be a horrible trade to take. Whereas with Satoshi's vision, at least, even if you're wrong, like at least you were entering into a profitable bet. Hopefully that makes sense. So Ben Fothereer, how can one have most nodes and another have more hash rate? Well, I'm not a mining expert, but I would speculate that SV Pool here could be mining empty blocks. We'd have to take a look at the headers. And again, I'm not the fucking expert for that, guys, but I do, bam, look at this shit. 2 minutes ago, we had a block mined. 2 minutes ago, we had a block mined, Bitcoin ABC. There we go. One block has been mined under the new consensus rules. Bitcoin ABC is currently 1 block ahead, guys. Bitcoin SV. What's going on? Did you get caught with your pants down, Bitcoin SV? I thought you had all the hashing power. What's going on? Better get some fucking blocks mined. So, I mean, it wouldn't be too hard to spin up a ton of nodes. You know, like a mining pool is one node. Every miner is going to run a full node. So what that means is that there might be more. Well, okay, so duh, of course, it would be very simple for anything to have more nodes and less hash power. It just means, hey, what's going on, Ryan? How you joining us today on Twitch? Good to see you, man. How are these markets looking? Well, I'm not gonna lie. Objectively, they kind of look like shit. Oh man, but it's all right. It's all right. We'll take it with the good, with the bad. Kind of fascinated with what we got going on with Bitcoin Cash right now, the great drama of our time. Still pending, still not a single block mined from SV Pool. So the way that ABC could have more nodes and less hash power is they have more miners, like in quantity, like more miners in quantity, but less hashing power equipment wise. Okay, and so SV Pool could have less nodes, meaning actually less people running a mining operation, but more hashing power, so more powerful machines. Let's see. Ben says, I wouldn't buy SV or ABC. The price will continue to go down until the war is won. We'll see. Seems like we're having a little battle here on BitMEX. Let's get a little bit more surgical with this. Yeah, man. Like, what's crazy about this is that, we entered into our short up here, and we have not really had that crazy breakdown that we've seen, man. Like, maybe Bcash is going to pump. Shit, we got the point of control right here, but we just keep... When you're seeing... This is another way that you can tell you're in consolidation. All right? When your value area is tight, and you've got your point of control in the middle of your price, and you keep going above or below or above or below, that's a strong sign that you're in consolidation, meaning like the market doesn't know what the fuck it wants to do. So let's look at Bitcoin Cash on Binance. Have they... no, Bitcoin Cash is still not trading again on Binance yet. What about Bitfinex? Bitfinex has just gone absolutely fucking crazy. Yeah, it's dead. They, is Bitfinex crashed? All right, let's see here. Are they going to let me just look at the... I just want to look at the markets. No data. Oh, come on, dude. Bitfinex, you took the motherfucker off there? Dude, if anybody's on Bitfinex right now, I would just love to see, like, what the fuck's going on, dude. Crazy as fuck. Nope, I know better. Make sure you guys always bookmark your exchanges. Well, I didn't want to be automatically logged in. Great way to dox myself. That's all good. I got 9-factor authentication on. Let's see here. Frozen. How's Bitcoin price responding to this? Pumping. Bitcoin price is responding well. Let's go back and check in our... Oh my god. Bitcoin ABC 2 blocks ahead. Now guys, I just want you to know that, yeah, like, this is funny and we're doing all this. What do you, so XRP Pacific says, what do you guys think is the best outcome? Light Yagami says, XRP, of course. What do I think is the best outcome? Listen, I am for competition in the free and open marketplace of ideas. I think that Roger Ver is a scumbag. I think that Yihan Wu is not as evil as most people seem to think. I think that Craig Wright's a fucking asshole. But that doesn't mean that I don't get, it's just, this whole thing is funny, dude, and it's hard to pick a side because, well, it's not hard to pick a side. I'm on the side of Bitcoin Core. I think that Bitcoin Cash is going to be a failed experiment that will go down in history. But that doesn't mean that philosophically I can't understand where these people are coming from. So, and it's just like, I used to be enthusiastic about Rootstock. And then the more I thought about it, Rootstock is just a side chain. Does it matter so much? But all they wanted to do was put Ethereum on Bitcoin's blockchain. But as a side chain, whatever. But did the Rootstock team really have do they really have the interest of Bitcoin Core in mind? I don't know, probably not. I don't get down with all the FUD about the Lightning Network. I think the Lightning Network is fantastic. I think it's real Bitcoin. I don't understand that argument whatsoever. I keep hearing that like all over the place. And again, I'm open to having my mind changed. But I don't listen to music. I listen to podcasts. I don't watch TV. I read books. So or Medium articles or posts or a lot of trading stuff, guys. Like the amount of time in my day that I spend trying to learn about trading is I don't know. My family sees me once in a while. So, what's funny is that if you look back at the original debate over SegWit and you look at the original, the original Bitcoin Cash split back in August, the entire thing was that Roger Ver said that with SegWit and signatures, the way that they had changed signatures, obviously with SegWit, is there was something fundamentally wrong about it, and it was getting away from Satoshi's true vision of Bitcoin Cash being fast. And then, of course, you had Bitmain spamming the mempool in preparation for the Bitcoin Cash split. And so then they used that FUD to say that transactions are so slow and Bitcoin is not what it used to be and not what we signed up for. And Roger Ver I'm really passionate and I just want Bitcoin to be Bitcoin. Make Bitcoin great again. Ah! And, he went on stage at all this shit and just made a fucking ass of himself, but was making fairly articulate points. I thought that the debate between him and Jimmy Song was actually a pretty interesting one to go back and watch. And he makes a good philosophical argument. And then what's funny is that now they want to enable these opcodes on Bitcoin Cash and basically allow for the new programming language, which is Sveden. Is that right? Speden. No. Speden. So, the software that runs on Bitcoin nodes is written in the programming language C++, but Bitcoin transactions can also contain instructions written in a Bitcoin-specific language called script. Whereas the Ethereum platform has a Turing-complete programming language that allows blah, 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 blah. Script is a basic language. It is basic. It's like writing an assembly that allows only for a small possible range of operations, constructed with commands called opcodes. All right. When Satoshi built the first implementation of Bitcoin, they created a range of opcodes, not all of which are currently being used. A lot of opcodes were disabled by the early Bitcoin Core team because they were seen as security flaws. In August, Bitcoin ABC had the audacity to release an update that included two new opcodes, opcheck datasig and opcheck datasig verify. Now, Craig Wright, if you go and listen to Tone Vase's interview with Craig Wright makes the argument that enabling well, first off, he makes a good point. Bitcoin has never been made illegal by any country, really. However, he's saying that that you know, he says that if you enable DSV, it's going, you know, and again, I'm not sure I fully understand like where he's coming from. Go back and listen to the interview because I was like half listening to it. I'm going to be honest, but enabling DSV will basically make it attempt to be illegal. Let's see here. Thanks, Decoder. I appreciate that, man. It's not every day I dox myself. Just like my, you know, you mean my name. My name's right there, you know. You can find me on LinkedIn, for fuck's sake. Caribbean Crypto Show says Bcash is going up on BitMEX. Damn! Stopped out of the short for sure. God damn. Hopefully you guys in the Primo caught that, man. That is crazy as fuck. Hell yeah. So as SV price goes down, interesting. And there goes the ABC price on Poloniex. Yeah, man. Getting that pump going. Hey, as soon as people saw that SV was going to lose, they run over to BitMEX. That's what we're seeing. Now, guys, keep in mind that none of this matters for like 36 hours. We're going to see how all this shakes out. But, man, it looks like SV was full of shit coming out the gate. Not coming out the gate strong, dude. That's wrong. That's wrong. Man, look at what ABC is doing with that low hash rate, guys. Fan-frickin-tastic, dude. Well, hey, man. We're going to see what happens with Bitcoin Cash here today. Exciting, guys. Exciting. Now, again, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but if you're wanting to go long, wait for a pullback, man. At least that's how I trade. You guys do whatever the fuck you want, man. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just here to tell you what I would do. And again, you don't see my BitMEX platform up right now, so I mean, I already told you. I went short here. I moved my short down here, and so I got stopped out with a little bit of profit. We'll see how long this goes on. This is pretty slick. I want to get down to the 1 minute chart so I can see all the action live. Take VPVR off because that's not really going to help us out. Pivots high-low, not going to help us out fantastically either. How is Bitcoin responding to this price action? All right. Again, we're still above that point of control. Okay, no, sorry. No, once I zoom out and I just want to take the beginning of the dump into my calculation. Okay, still under the point of control if we take the dump in. If we look at the range, okay, cool. Still underneath it. Okay, so just like I was thinking earlier, I wondered why we were above the point of control. We're only above the point of control if we zoom in. Yeah, okay. So again, the volume profile will calculate based on what you're showing it. So that's one of the things. It can be subjective, but you just want to learn how to play with it and look at data that you find to be highly relevant. Aren't BitMEX withdrawal fees super hefty? I mean, no. Not overly. I mean, Binance like significantly lowered theirs. So Binance withdrawal fees are pretty slim, but I mean, it just depends. Like, yeah, I mean, you know, I heard that if you want to take like $30 million, that's going to cost you like 30 grand. But hey, man, if you got the money to play on there, you know, there's some BitMEX millionaires for sure, guys. I mean, they're pulling in millions. There's no really other place like where you can make or lose drastic amounts of money like right now in cryptocurrency. And that's why everybody's like drawn to futures and leverage trading because it's high risk, high reward. But you know, there's a better way to play it. See, like right there, pullback. Pullback gives you a good opportunity to get into a long. You can set your stop loss below the last low, or God forbid, below the swing low. So I want to see if we're going to see the Bitcoin whales come in and push price down. Now, something interesting. Let's go over to my Twitter feed. There's no more Bcash. There is only ABC and SV. Now, which one is the real Bcash? Let's see here. Why does half of Twitter think they're going to lead a communist uprising when they're too scared to order pizza on the phone? Ah, I like that. Everyone panic selling on a 3% drop, yet say Bitcoin millionaires are lucky even though they held through 4 massacres. If you're exiting here, shut the door on the way out. Oh, man. Ouch, man. Yeah, Fake Toshi's taking a pretty big hit, guys. I don't really care about your TA, honestly. I was looking for that goddamn... oh, here we go. Here's a tweet from Bitfinex. BAB and BSV have been successfully credited to Bitfinex users, and Bcash positions have been claimed. The Bcash symbol will not be assigned until the fork's complete. The fork's complete, dog! Fork's complete, dude. I don't know what you're talking about. Trading has not resumed on Binance yet. Oh, but maybe I'm looking at the wrong thing. Duh. BAB? Oh, there we go. Okay, cool, 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 cool. So, look. So let's get this shit pulled up, guys. Interesting, fascinating. We can actually look at sentiment data now. BAB BTC on Bitfinex. So here's Bitcoin ABC compared with SV. What did they say it was called? Nah, they called it something different. BSV. Bitcoin. Okay. Oh shit, dude, that's funny. I'm sorry. I probably shouldn't laugh. So price going up pretty high on Bitfinex. So this is all okay. So I see. So you've got the price history of Bitcoin Cash is equal for both of them up until like right here. Up until like right here. Okay, so that makes sense. Okay. Now let's look at the sentiment data and we can get a better feel. Well, not getting data on Bitfinex yet for the longs and shorts. What about? Nope. So it's going to take a while for that to calculate, apparently. Columbus, Ohio. That's where I was when I was a kid, man. Represent. All right, so BSV, USD plus BSV. Like rough price. So this is something interesting. If you guys don't do this, you just combine BTC data with USD data. TradingView will auto-calculate it, and you can get generally a better read on the price because the markets are going to be different. So yeah, BSV absolutely collapsing. But the show must go on, guys. Yep, there's BSV as we fall down. I'd like to see, so BAB USD plus BAB BTC. That's what I'd like to see. There we go. Better data. Cleaner data, guys. Cleaner data. I'll be looking forward to seeing the longs and shorts positions as we go forward. Yeah, I'd like to see the longs and shorts positions as we move forward, but that's not happening. Look at that, guys. Bcash had a nice little pump. We'll see if it can sustain itself, guys. Swing low to swing high. Looking at that 542, guys. Looking at that 542 or that 515. Here's that resistance right here, though. We'll see if that can hold up. We wicked through it and held on a close, but then broke down on the next 5-minute candle, or on the next 1-minute candle close. That's not good. Yeah, Fisher Transform would have had you been out of that trade right there. Coming back into them oversold positions, though. But again, I mean, things where there's just so much going on, you know, again, guys, you just got to be realistic about the effectiveness of technical analysis in situations where they're effective. Bitcoin kind of responding fairly neutral to this information. I did the same thing for Ethereum, guys. I plotted out our so looking at yeah, I did draw out and plotted the downside potential of Ethereum. And I got to switch to the daily chart, I think. There we go. So, just being honest, guys. Again, I correlated this with volume as well. So if I bring this down, we can look at the VPVR. We can look at the volume profile and look for areas where horizontal support and resistance matches up, guys. So we've got a significant level of support here, I think, at 163.38. There's not barely any volume below us, guys. I don't see anything to catch us until we get down to $100, guys. Down to $100, man. Down to $100, and if $100 doesn't hold, it's 50. Here we come. All right. Again, it's a lot easier for me to say that about Ethereum than it is for Bitcoin, but just being real, you know what I mean? Just being real. So let's go look at the 5-minute chart on Ethereum, and we can see how price is responding. Same thing, guys. Range bound. Still looking for that breakup of that breakdown, guys. Pivot high, pivot low. 165.20. But again, looking at really at this consolidation range, guys. So above like 181, you know, and then we're not looking at anything to like what is that? 186. Again, not super impressive. Just this sideways consolidation. When you're range bound like this, I mean, you're looking to take range trades to the downside and the upside, so you just use a momentum oscillator. If your momentum oscillator becomes oversold, you can enter it. You can try to enter into a long, or look for a place to enter into a long. Conversely, when you reach overbought, and again, you can just see we're consolidating around this point of control. And as long as we stay underneath the point of control, it acts as resistance. Above, it acts as support. Just tight range, tight range. As the range tightens up more and more and more, then we'll look for an explosive movement up. We could be potentially seeing that right now. Ripple holding up real well, guys. Ripple holding up real well, as is Stellar Lumens, guys. So yeah, man, we had so here's the dump that followed Bitcoin, and yeah, Ripple recovered very, very nice, very, very nice. Didn't have that stop loss down below support, just a triple tap off here. So we have a triple bottom support right here that's now pretty strong. So we'll be establishing that as support now. And I'm going to guarantee you that volume is going to confirm that. Yep. So that's actually up. Below that, volume falls off. So I'd be real speculative. So I'd actually be setting the, yeah, I'd be setting it right below. Because below that is death. All right. And you can see right now, you can see the resistance that we have right now. Here's where the resistance ends. And above this level, guys, is party time. Above that level's party time. So Ripple holding up pretty well today. But again, still in that sideways accumulation. We're on the 5-minute chart here, guys. On the zoomed out time frame, we're holding that point of control as support, and we're coiling up on low volatility. So let's look for that break up, guys, or that breakdown, guys. Again, acting as your support right now, and 46 cents acting as your resistance. Litecoin. I did the exact same thing for Litecoin too, guys. I drew our channels so that we could get a good idea of volume. And yeah, Litecoin not doing anything spectacular right now at this point in time. Just that same immediate reversal bounce up like we saw on everything else. So actually we do have a new channel formed here, so we can look at that. Actually, I want to look at it a little bit better. So let's get out our 6-hour chart. Sorry, it's going to be here. Trying to figure out the line of best fit here. Okay. All right, so there we have it, guys. Now, where does volume confirm any of this stuff? You know, we got to look back over here. And again, I prefer looking at recent price data rather than past price data. But if you force me to, I'll look here. All right, so yeah. It's kind of like I said, guys, right at the bottom where I have the channel ending is it seems where we have the most support right here. You can see that's where the high volume node begins to pick up right here. And that's at 31 bucks. It's at $31 right below us. And I'd say that we're in this like low value node area, guys. And dropping below here gets pretty dicey. So I'd like to see us hold this $40 range right here, because you can see that's below that the nodes just get smaller and smaller, and it's pretty much a free fall down to $31.02. So yeah, we got a lot of room to cover, guys. A lot of room. But we do got our channel. We do got our channel. So if we were to take say we break down from support right here, and that puts us a little bit below that, and that puts us at fucking 10 bucks, dude. So let's say we break out here. Yeah, that puts us right there at that support level too. So yeah, guys, listen, nothing's changed, guys. We're not back in this crazy bear trend yet. We've moved into this less extreme bear trend yet. So let's just see where we go, guys. You know, if we don't break down out of this channel, then we could see a potential movement back up to the top. And I think the same is pretty much true of everything else, guys. You know, like Bitcoin hasn't really established a new trading range yet. You know, we're still looking to see what happens. Now, again, like I could chart this out. But I don't think it's as valid as I'd like it to be. Now, it is possible. Now, if we do recover from here, then we'll be seeing a new pattern that I can potentially look at us moving through. But I'm not seeing so much of a channel here. Again, just like I've said, as another descending triangle or tightening wedge that gets broke down from. So yeah, Bitcoin holding up pretty nice, and we'll just wait to see what happens, guys. Again, sideways movement, range trading, guys. Range trading all day long, checking back in with XLM, hitting a little bit of resistance. Let's go to the hourly chart. Getting some resistance for the top of that Kumo cloud and also this high volume node right here. That makes sense. Let's see if the bottom of the cloud can hold and we continue this uptrend, guys, as we move along with XLM. Checking back in with Bitcoin Cash ABC. Bitcoin Cash SV continues to plummet. Bitcoin Cash ABC had a little bit of a pump that crashed back down. Looking at Coinbase, Bitcoin Cash futures did plummet all the way down to that 786, guys, and held. And held, guys. All right, sweet, looking good. So where we're going to keep moving to the upside. Let's look to see if we can hit that 620 common retrace right here. Here's your moonshot, guys. For everybody that's long on Bitcoin Cash ABC. All right. Get a real breakout. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, no, we came back into the territory of 1. Again, not an Elliott wave guy, but I like to look at it from time to time just to see if it makes sense to you guys. Let's see. Sushi Nakamoto says the line of best fit is 4K, man. Oh, shit, dude. Like, he got me, says, I'm ready to party. Yeah, dude, XRP has done flippening a few times over the last few days. There we go, guys. We have the flippening. Look at that market cap. Beautiful, guys. XRP to the moon, guys. Kind of hurts me to say that. But I want Ripple to do well, guys. I want Ripple to do well. What's the line of best fit for XRP? 5K? Yeah. Ripple holding up pretty nicely, guys. Ripple holding that support real good. So again, we'll just see what... just wait for a new range to establish itself, guys. And then we'll look to break out of that range. I mean, you guys can see I've already got it charted, guys. Charted it earlier. Above here, let's party. Below here, hit the bomb shelter. Hit the fucking bomb shelter. We're all gonna die. Oh, my longs are still froze up right there, guys. Let's check in with Coin Farm real quick. See what our Bitcoin positions are looking like. Superiority are still in the longs, guys, but just barely. When prices like this, I'm not really expecting significant movement. This is range-bound long and short sentiment as the bears and the bulls are battling it out for a range-bound environment. As always, let's check in with our BitMEX Rect. Bam! Liquidated shorts on Bcash. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, you know it. When did those start, man? See, when you start seeing those, I think it's helpful, guys, by the way, if you get like a feed, or if you just subscribe to this and get notifications, it's probably going to drive you insane. But if you could set it to where just the first one of its instance, you know, if you could put a text screener up so that you could just get the first instance, because once you get that first liquidated short on Bcash, you're pretty much know that, oh shit, I can buy in, guys. Well, we're back in that common retrace zone, like I said, guys. Hit that 601. Now, if you're trading this on the minute chart and you're watching, like you might, when the fuck would you have entered? Okay, well, again, look, it seems like we're just establishing a higher range here, but listen. So an indecision doji after a strong bullish candle, okay? And then a 50% or more better retrace of the bearish candle, that's letting you know to get out. Also, you get the Fisher crossover right here, okay? And then price does move a little bit more, so you would have lost profit, but whatever. You would have been able to capture from here when you get the Fisher crossover to here. Okay, you would want to capture all that. Fisher crossover gives you another sell signal on the bearish engulfing candle. Not bearish engulfing, sorry, just 50 to 70% bearish. And then we move down, you get a strong bearish candle to the downside on high volume, often a place where we're going to reverse. Now it's not a reversal candle, and then you get a bounce back up on lower volume that's able to cover more than 50%. That's a nice bullish candle. Also, you get the Fisher crossover on the exact same candle, guys, all the way to the upside here. And we hit that 50% retracement mark, common retrace. And then we have a little baby bitch evening star candle right there, guys. And then a bearish engulfing candle. Not really a bearish engulfing because it's not right next to it, but you guys get my point. So this stuff isn't hard to do, guys. I mean the most important thing is just you got your chart, and then you got I got 3 monitors. You got your chart here, and then you got your exchange open on the other screen, and that's how you do it, man. And you know, your only problem is execution. Your only problem is execution. And are you going to be right all the time? No, this isn't fucking magic, guys. But I'm just saying, like, you know, let's say you're just capturing this. Like, Bcash right now is probably going to be the most exciting thing to trade, like, all day. Like, this is what I'm going to do today. I'm going to trade Bcash. You know, capturing this movement, capturing this movement, capturing this movement, capturing this movement. You know, and here's a situation where you might be wrong, but that's fine because you were right about this one and you were right about this one, and you know that you're going to be setting your stop if you just entered into a short right here based off this candlestick action and the Fisher crossover that you would have got on this candle right here. You know that your stop's set like right here, or again, you guys can use that handy dandy ATR trailing stops, okay? And say that, so this is telling you right now that you don't want to go short. You were wanting to go long here. You want to go short here. It's telling you where to place your stop, and you can adjust the setting. Say you want to be a little bit more extreme. Say you want to use your multiplier at 2. So that's ATR times 2. All right. And then you can just calculate that out, guys. Again, you know, you just measure, press shift and click, and measure from where you want to enter your short, and that's where you know you can. But look at this volatility, guys, on Bitcoin Cash. I mean, this is crazy, dude. If you guys aren't day trading this, I don't know what the hell you're doing with your life. Let's engage with the chat a little bit, guys. Light Yagami says, Link has been booming this entire time. Are we going to top, or is it going to explode? Well, the fact that you're asking that question probably means, in my biased opinion, that it's probably already near topping. It's being shilled like a motherfucker on Twitter. Sorry, hold on. I gotta throw something over here to the primos. All right, so we're just looking at some straight bullshit over here. Let's look at Chainlink. Pretty nice run there for the Chainlink. Okay, I can work with that. I think I can work with that. seems about right. Looking for the respect of that 50% line right there. All right, so you can see that the 50% line never holds on these retracements. And looking from the swing low to the swing high. Yeah, that's about damn right. Looking for the bottom of that channel, or the 50% retracement would be the bottom of that channel. A lot of selling, couldn't hold the price from still skyrocketing up. Well, listen, guys, when you're in an uptrend, you expect the uptrend to continue until you see the trend break, all right? So there you go. You can see that we're trading in low volume node areas, and price is going to accelerate through those low volume node areas quickly, guys. So local high to local low. Looks like we've got some good confluence there at that 618. So when you're in an uptrend, you expect the trend to continue, man. You know, you follow the trend until you see signs of a trend reversal. So again, would I be looking to buy Link at this moment? No. Again, you want to wait for that pullback. All right, you want to wait for that pullback. Every time we move up, we move down, have a period of low volatility, high volatility, low volatility. All right. So this is, listen, high volatility, got to see a period of low volatility. And then again, like say we break out of this channel to the upside. Well, you can just aggressively market buy here. Just right click on your chart and set an alert, guys. And then just look at price action at that time. You can even come down to the 1 hour if you wanted to and trade this. Look, Fisher Transform is going to help you out quite beautifully here, guys. You know? Trading within this channel, you've got a good idea of support. When you're approaching support, if you're oversold, it's a good time to buy. If you're approaching resistance and you become overbought, probably a good time to sell, guys. You get it right here. You would have sold here. You would have bought anywhere around here. Boom. Catching these movements, and this is pretty volatile too, guys. Yeah, these are like 7% movements, guys, on the hourly chart. You should be trading this. Let's go over to the chart. No, sorry. Hey, Bullen, I only look at the chat every once in a while. Otherwise, I just get distracted and can't talk about what I'm talking about. So you ask point. So I'll go back and look at Ripple. This is Ripple on Bitstamp. And, sorry. The Ripple dollar on Bitstamp, and my current price is 0.465251. So if you're showing something different, I don't know. We could look at the average price for Ripple. Just a second. I don't think that data is available on, I might have to do it manually. Yeah, that's just going to just be for Bitcoin. So there's a few ways to do it. We can do XRP USD plus XRP Euro on Bitstamp plus XRP GBP or GPB. We got a follow on Spring Jungle, man. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the family. Yes, this is live. XRP USD plus XR plus XRP Euro plus yeah, on Bitstamp plus XRPG. Okay, I guess they don't offer that on Bitstamp. JPY. And then, yeah, and then hit enter. And that's going to give us a little bit more accurate of a price. Not for price, mind you, but for price action. Okay? We can get a little bit more of an accurate read because now we're looking across the entire market. More traders, more data, more accuracy. Now, is this going to help you on your exchange with entries and exits? No, you're going to have to go look at your actual exchange. But is it going to help you looking at market sentiment? Yeah, it will. It'll help you looking at market sentiment. So yeah, actually, if you look at the whole of Ripple trading, actually looks pretty good. And this dumpening doesn't matter. So if you're just looking at it on the dollar, doesn't matter a whole lot. Doesn't matter a whole lot. Holding up pretty damn well. In fact, establishing a lower low ultimately for Ripple when you actually look at it across multiple fiat pairings. So we can do the same thing when we go over here and look at something like, that thing's still frozen up. We go and look at something like XRP USD longs. And we add XRP BTC longs to that calculation. Okay. Why do I always have to do this? So yeah, we can see that Ripple longs are still overwhelming compared to Ripple shorts. And we had the shorts pick up right here and the longs deleveraged a little bit. But look, still barely breaking. We broke that ascending trend line, okay? That's fine. It was a very temporary trend line. We only had 1-2 touches of it, right? Barely valid. So not a valid trend line when you've only had 2 touches. Okay. So we've established resistance. Resistance wasn't able to hold. We saw the pullback, which is where we'd have loved to see the longs hold. But again, this is the sentiment of retail traders, and we're typically looking to bet against retail traders, guys. So looking at the price of Ripple, we can see that the price of Ripple is now sideways, essentially. And we can see that sentiment is quite high, okay? So going back and look at sentiment, we can see that short near a super low, as they have been. In fact, they've been on the rise for a while, okay? Then they dropped off. Now they're starting to rise back up. And we also see that the longs are rising as well. This is very good. This is rising open interest in the price of Ripple, okay? This is what you want to see. And then you're waiting for extremes in long and short sentiment to attempt to trade against the market because retail traders are often wrong. And I highly recommend that you look at the report that's put out every Tuesday. I'll put the link in the Discord. I'm going to be a little busy for the next few hours today, and then I'll be hopping on to give some hopefully some signals for the primos. Look at that, Bitcoin Cash just flattened the fuck out, guys. Did you guys think to the moon? Did you guys think to the moon? We had established resistance right up here. Talked about that. Bam, your common retrace area. Bam. Where's the volume at? Right there is where your volume's at. All right, so let's recalculate that now, guys. Say you're trading, if you're trading Bcash right now, okay. Just like with Ripple, guys. Let's get rid of that developing point of control. All right, and we can get rid of that. Yeah. So you're going to be stuck in this range, it seems, for a while, guys, until you get a break to the upside. Here's where all the volume is. Again, recent volume is more important. So above here seems like party time. Low volume node, you should shoot through this real quick, and exactly you saw that you did, guys. Again, you're looking at the volatility of these things. Once you break above that, I mean, you move another 5% in a couple minutes. And that's everything to a trader, man. Looking for that volatility, chasing that volatility. So high volatility, high volatility, high volatility, and let's see a period of low volatility. And then you can place your bets on which side you go for. But again, you can just right click here on your chart and click add alert and take the breakout trade. Or you can click add alert and take the breakdown trade. Or you can range trade between the two using an oscillator. Different strokes for different markets, guys. Different strokes for different markets. Looking over in the chat. Light Yagami says, thank you for looking at link. Was that sarcastic? Did you put a link? Oh, for looking at link. Yeah, for sure. No problem. I thought maybe you put a link and I ignored it and you're like, listen here, asshole. Let's see here. Silver Limey, what's going on, man? Welcome to the chat. Looking at sorry about that, Boosant. Let me take a look at your chart right here, man. Yeah, so that's going to be your average across exchanges, or this defaults to, what does this default to? I'm pretty sure when you're looking at the raw page for TradingView that that it's giving you the average price across exchanges, but only in USD. So that's helpful. Again, that's helpful for looking at sentiment or getting a general idea of which direction the market's going to go to. You want your TA, your sentiment analysis, to be as wide ranging as possible. So you want to cover as many markets as possible. But then when you're actually like trading on your exchange, like for example, like I'm recommending that my primos be trading Bitcoin Cash right now on. In fact, I better put that in there. Okay. All right. Let's see here. What coin is SMD? Yeah, XRP is holding up really well, especially with the flippening. What coin is SMD? I don't know. And actually, I've got to get going, guys. I've been doing this for 2 hours, man. I got to go get my daughter. She's not feeling super well today. I mean, she's doing better. Yesterday, she was feeling pretty bad. So I got to go. I got to be going, guys. So let me pay some bills. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We've got 3 on Twitch and 65 right now on YouTube. Thanks, everybody, for joining me today. Got to pay some bills. So again, guys, if you like what you see, if you'd like to keep us on the air, just point your browsers over to cryptocurrency.com. Tell us how much you like it. Scott worked hard on it. While you're here, make sure you click on the blue button to join the community. That's going to bring you to our Discord. You can share your charts, talk with traders who are experienced in the marketplace, and get a bead on what we're doing, guys. Participate in our weekly 1 to 2 free signals, or get some free coins that we like to toss out once in a while just for funsies. While you're here, if you want to keep me on the air, because it's not just the donations. You can see that we don't have donations enabled. Pick up some merch while you're here, guys. That's what allows me to keep the lights on and keeps me coming back every day. Pick up a shirt, ball cap, everything. Scott worked hard on the logo too, so you guys know it's cool. You guys know you like it. If you are interested in looking at the services that we offer, you can click on trading services. If you're interested in our premium signals and one-on-one mentorship program, guys. Love to help you out with that. If you're interested, just follow the information there, or feel free to DM me or any other admin in the Discord. And if you have any questions about what we do or what we do here, just drop a line at contact@krakencryptocurrency.com, or you can fill out this form. Comes right to us, guys. So, all right, that's been everything, man. Looks like the markets are having a pretty sideways day, but a lot of volatility, guys. This is a good day for trading. Yesterday was not a good day for trading. Yesterday was a good day for gambling and being scared and not knowing what to do. Today's a good day for trading. You see good sideways range-bound movement. Be careful of getting whipsawed, but again, you've got good probabilities of success. Use the tools, man. Stick to your strategy, and you'll be all right, guys. For cracking cryptocurrency, oh, wait, quick shout-outs. Your Crypto Daily, I might be on with them tonight at 8 p.m., so check them out at Your Crypto Daily News on YouTube. Make sure to check out... That's it. This Saturday, I'll have Caleb from Zero Z Project on, so make sure you guys check that out. And go check out my live stream from last night with Dan from cryptoscores.org. Dankcoins on the Twitter, guys. Go check that out. And also, if you haven't already, go check out my new Trading Crypto 101 video, TD Sequential, a comprehensive introduction to mastering market dynamics, available in the Trading Crypto 101 playlist right now, guys. All right, it's been fantastic, guys. I'm Justin Wise for Cracking Cryptocurrency. Keep it cracking, guys. Play that outro.